No, let's talk about it. The fact that there are many black people trying to change what it means to be pro-black in the comment section, the way that white people change the definition of being racist, because growing up and in older dictionaries, in order to be racist, you systematically had to be superior because it makes sense. Racism is rooted in the system that white people created. They gave themselves power. They made themselves superior over all BIPOC. That's how racism was created. And then we go into prejudice. It's a whole conversation. About 3 years ago, they changed the definition of racism in order to fit the narrative of being the victim, so everybody can be racist, which is a whole nother conversation, because then we must bring up prejudice. If you change one thing, you must change everything else that follows behind it. It doesn't make sense at all. And despite white people changing it to fit the narrative of being the victim, it still doesn't actually change how racism was created. Same thing with pro-blackness. Yeah, dating outside the community. Yeah, that's not pro-blackness. And let me tell you something. I'm not saying you have to sit here and settle for the 3 broken hearts that you got from a black man. I'm not saying that that's what you have to settle for, because all black men didn't hurt you. But I'm also not saying, okay, don't find love outside the black community, because if that's what you do, that if you so happen to fall in love with a non-black person, like I said, I've never so happened to do that. So I don't know how that happens. But if you so happen to do that, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that you're not pro-black. Just because you're not pro-black as a black person does not mean that you don't support black. That doesn't mean that you're not going to ride for black people. It just means that you didn't, there's a part of pro-blackness that you just didn't fulfill. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bad thing to be black and not pro-black. Like, it's okay. Yeah. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense, because it makes sense in my head. And I know some people are going to understand what I'm saying. And then they're going to be the people that were in the comment section that's like, well, I guess I'm not pro-black. Yeah. And that's okay. That's okay.